Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Muay Thai Save Me. As you can see, Kru Neil is here by himself. My business partner actually had some other business to attend to, but across from me, I have one of our members. She's been with us. Rhonda, how long have you been with us?
You said 5 years.
5 years. So Rhonda, this is Rhonda, guys, Rhonda Sands. She's been a member of MTK for about 5 years now. She's got an incredible story, and we thought her story could really capture and really inspire a lot of different people. She's definitely an inspiration to some of our younger members. But Rhonda, before we go any further, could you tell us, who is Rhonda? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I grew up in the Valley.
Okay.
I went to UCLA. I'm in the insurance and mortgage business, and I used to drive by your store every day. And I saw the sign. I would think of, I've got to start working out. I was in a diabetic coma for a week. I collapsed. I didn't know I was diabetic.
Okay.
And I was in a coma. And when I came out, I said, I better get myself in shape. So I decided one day to stop in, and I saw Jen.
Yes.
And she said, we'll sign you up. And she got me to become a black member package. And I started coming. It was an effort for me to walk up the stairs. I used to hold on to it. We talked about that.
I remember, yeah. For people that don't know what she's talking about, so at our North Hollywood location, there are like 3 big, long, wide steps. And poor Rhonda, when she was just joining our gym, she literally had to hold on to every object you can imagine to get up those steps. And 5 years later, it didn't even take her 5 years to do this, by the way, guys, but within just a matter of, I think, a year span, she was getting stronger in her legs. Her joints weren't hurting as bad. She was getting stronger. Her cardiovascular got stronger, and she actually started walking up the steps, holding objects in her hand while she walked up the steps. Now, to most people, you can't really envision what we saw and what I saw, but it was like a huge win. And I remember mentioning it to Rhonda too, because I noticed it right out the gate. Like, oh my gosh, Rhonda, do you realize you're walking up the steps up and down now without holding on to anything?
I didn't think about it too. It was just automatic.
Right? You were just kind of like, oh yeah, well, I am doing that, aren't I? Yeah, I'm so proud of you. And Rhonda, you said you were driving by our gym, right? And you had that diabetic coma. You were down for a week. And what was it about Muay Thai? I mean, you came in, you met Jen. Jen was like, let's sign you up. Obviously, you saw our facility. What about it intrigued you to say, you know what? Yeah, this is the gym for me. Where you could have just went to a basic fitness gym. You could have went to a big box gym. You could have went to yoga. There's so many other opportunities and options you could have went for, but you chose Muay Thai of all things.
I saw friendly people. I mean, usually when you go to a gym, they're very opinionated. If you're overweight, they don't want to bother with you. So when I came in, they were very, very welcoming, no judgment at all. That made a difference for me.
Yeah.
And working with a group is what I want to do.
Yeah. What about the group that you like so much? What about the group vibe that you like?
This is friendly. I mean, everyone makes a mistake. They don't judge you on it. I can watch other people, see how they do it, and then I learn from them. And they're always willing to help.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing. It's one thing if you go to a gym, and I'm not saying every gym's like that. You're working on your own. You've got some guy behind you that wants to get on those weights. He's, pestering you. I don't feel that. I don't want to feel that when I go to work out.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what were because we were talking earlier before this, what were some of the biggest obstacles? Like, okay, you came to your first class, you loved it, you were exhausted, right? But you literally came every day, Rhonda. Like, from the moment I met you to the moment you signed up, you came every day. What was some of your biggest obstacles? So you finished your first class. Now it's the second day. Now, and you're coming. What were some of your obstacles that you had to deal with besides soreness? What were some of the things you were dealing with?
Just be able to get up, stand up, without having to hold on to something. To be able to do that. Now I can get up. That's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that for many years, but now I can get up on my own. I can actually run 2 miles. I couldn't do that before.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to just give a little shout out to Rhonda too. So like she was talking about just getting up, just so you guys know, when I first met Rhonda, for the first year, I'm not joking, guys, when she was up on her feet, if I had people getting down to the floor, it would take her literally about a minute to get to the floor. Lord forbid, now it's time to get back up, you know, poor Rhonda. But Rhonda was, one thing I've always appreciated about you, Rhonda, is your work ethic, and you're a tough woman. You mind me sharing what my nickname I gave you?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I call Rhonda Slugger, okay? I'm not joking. This girl has some hands, okay? When she hits, there is power behind it. Every pad holder that holds for her for the first time, they're like, whoa! Like, they don't expect it from Rhonda, so I love that name for her. But that name also signifies, too, just your strength, right? Because how many people that I've seen throughout the years, I've been teaching since 2004, and I've seen so many people quit on themselves, Rhonda. Like, you know, this is too hard for me, like it's taking me to, I feel like I'm a burden to the class, you know, but you've never felt that way. You've always felt the support that we gave, like it's genuine support, and so you've always wanted to come back. And I love seeing you inspire the younger people, because a lot of younger people are like, have said, man, if Rhonda's doing it, why am I complaining? Rhonda doesn't complain.
No,
you know,
I think it's fine.
She might mention to me that she's got a bad knee, a bad hip, but that girl's still in here running, kicking the best of her ability, doing everything that we ask of. I'm not going to complain anymore. And I love that, because you inspire others, and I don't even think you realize it.
No, I didn't know that. But like, if I can't do a certain exercise, you give me an alternate one and I do it. But my goal is to be able to do that exercise if you have to put the top of your head on the ground. That's my goal, and be able to kick really well.
I love that. And just going back to your strength, your mental strength, and just that willpower that you have you always had that as a child?
When I grew up, I was adopted child of a black market situation.
Oh, wow.
So I was bullied in school constantly, and I had to be tough to survive. My will was like, I'm not going to give up until I learn what I'm doing.
I love that.
I'm not going to quit, as tough as it is. Like when we had the shutdown, I didn't want to give up. I still participated.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one thing we appreciate too about Rhonda, guys, is that she's been with us even through the pandemic, guys. When we were shut down, this woman supported me and my gym. She never canceled her membership. This girl was still paying and supporting us, and we were doing Zoom workouts. Rhonda was on it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays when I hosted it. You know, you've been such a great asset to our gym.
I think it's important to support a business.
Yeah.
I had a hairdresser that had a stroke. I haven't had my hair done because she's coming back in 2 weeks, and we're all waited. Because we don't want her to lose her business.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to, I wanted this business to continue so other people would participate.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Rhonda. I appreciate that. And that's why we love having Rhonda on the show today, guys. I mean, her story is incredible. Like, there was some things I just learned about her today. I didn't know you were adopted. I had no clue, you know, but that's what I love, people being on this show. I get to talk to you guys more on a human basis as opposed to being in a gym. We're on a set time schedule, you know, it's in and out type of thing, right? But I love it. And Rhonda, if some other people were watching, oh man, if you don't mind sharing, what is your age right now?
63.
Guys, you hear that? 63 years old. This woman? 6'3", okay? 63. This woman comes 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. She owns her own company. This girl is here 6, sometimes 7 days a week, guys, okay? She's done fight camps before. She's done 3-mile runs, okay? That's why I tell my young people, like, there is no excuse. Like, there is no excuse. Rhonda's killing it, you know what I mean? She doesn't make any excuse. She'll have a bad knee injury. She'll have a bad hip. You know, she's injured somewhere, her feet are messed up, whatever it is, but this girl still comes in and puts in the work. And I think a lot of people could take a page from that.
Well, thank you.
And we definitely appreciate the loyalty too. That is some word that's constantly thrown around, right? It's always thrown around. And then when it really comes down to being loyal, a lot of people don't really know that true definition of it.
It's
so
sad,
Yeah.
People need to work on that because we rely on each other for different things.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. One thing I appreciate about the gym is that I get to meet people from different walks of life. You guys all come from different professions that you're really good at. My thing is I'm really good with Muay Thai, and you're good with financial stuff, insurance stuff. That's your niche. You know what I mean? So I love it. I love meeting people from different walks of life, and somebody out there who maybe is in the 50s, in the 60s.
Come on down.
I love that. I love that.
If I can do it, you can do it. No excuses.
What kind of advice would you give to someone that maybe listening to this episode right now, maybe watching this episode right now, has been thinking about, my health is not very good and I need to make a change today? What would you say to someone who maybe sees a Muay Thai gym, sees MTK? What are some words of advice or guidance or inspiration that you could give to them to just lose that fear and lose that?
I stopped the car one day and I walked in. That's the first thing you have to do. Walk in and ask questions. You'll be working in a group of people, and it's true. I know people now all from all different places, and I've become friends with them. If you have to start, you start there. It will be hard to begin with, but your journey will be worth it. And you have to start it.
I love it.
And I'm not looking back. I'm continuing.
I love that. And that's actually the true formula for success, right? You might look back briefly just to see what you've accomplished, but then it's back to moving forward, looking forward, and just constantly pushing. Rhonda, tell everyone, how much fat have you lost since you've been with us? You started at what weight?
220. I'm down 50 pounds. I have another 30 pounds to go and I'll be at mine. That's a lot of work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of work. No bread, no ham, but a lot of work. Just coming every day for an hour and a half out of your life to get healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what would you say to those people that, because you were dealing with obstacles too. There was a lot of mental obstacles that we all deal with on a daily basis, but you still come. You own your own business, but you still make time to come. You get busy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you tell yourself, like when you got a lot to do at work, for your company, but you still haven't had a chance to work out yet? What do you tell yourself to?
I say this is my hour and a half. I'm taking it out for me so I can stay healthy. I can't imagine where I would be if I hadn't taken the classes. Okay? So I take an hour and a half out of my own life to work out, and it relaxes me. I get all my stress out. So I go back in the war zone. I'm stress-free.
I love that. I love that.
And it's hard some days to come in. I'm tired, but I still come in.
Yeah. And then how do you feel afterwards?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it is hard. He makes you work. That's good. It's hard. And when I get to the 6th round, thank God, I say, and I'm ready to do the little workout, I made it to the end.
Yeah.
And it's worth it.
Absolutely. I
have muscle now.
Yeah.
I can pick up things.
Yeah.
I don't get tired, and I can run.
Yeah.
And now I plug in my car a mile away at Kaiser, and I walk home, and I walk up to get it. And I do that 3 times a week. I couldn't do that before.
I love that. I love that, Rhonda. A lot of people, I wish we had images or footage of that, of just those things of you starting out, walking up the steps, grabbing onto any object you can find, and seeing you now just walk down the steps. It's so incredible.
I panicked when you got rid of the stage you had. Yeah. Because I was holding on to that to get up, so I had to get up on my own.
But we did that on purpose too. We knew that was, that since you've met me, I'm always trying to challenge you. Every year is like a new challenge that I try to give you it helps you strive to be better. And that's what I've always wanted for you. And look how far you've come. I mean, now you don't even need the ring. You don't even need it anymore.
I know.
And I love that. You're doing workouts that you couldn't do in the very beginning.
That's right.
You're doing them now.
Yeah.
And there's And I love your mindset too. You're like, I have these goals of there's certain workouts I really want to do, and I love that. So many people could take a page from that book from you. Absolutely. But Rhonda, I just really want to thank you today for hanging out with us today.
No problem.
Like I said, if we can just touch one person with your story and your mindset of how you've been able to overcome things, this day has been worth it.
Join his club. You won't regret it.
We appreciate that. Rhonda, thank you again so much for hanging out with us today. But guys, that concludes another episode of Muay Thai Save Me. Just remember, guys, if it's your first episode tuning in, this series here is about sharing individual stories like Rhonda, how Muay Thai has impacted her life in a positive way. All right, so don't forget, if you like this video or like any of other content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for the next episode. We release it every Tuesday, okay? But anyways, have a great day, guys. Stay tuned for the next.